drop frames like 60% are being dropped.
Wow.
Yeah. Even though
Could
the
it be
speed...
Discord?
Nah. Now the speed seems to be stabilized. Okay. I'll just get driving and check afterwards again.
Keep gas, yeah.
Yeah. What a shit show, man. Yeah, 140 ping as well. Insane. So painful having to rely on something like internet that should just be, I don't know, available like water, but then it just isn't.
Yeah.
Horrible first sector. Oh yeah, I took pressure out of the tires and there's still like 1 full PSI over the target. would almost be slick weather if it keeps going like this. Gonna get faster till the end of the session.
Worth taking new tires maybe towards the end.
Yeah, probably. Just wanted to have some sort of bankers in.
Just remember you won't get a next lap if you don't hit on this one.
Yeah, true. Delta just went neutral,
Yeah.
so I can just pit.
It's a bit annoying that they don't have a live timing, so I can follow that.
I'm first for now.
Yeah, I can tell.
Okay, garage. Probably take out some pressure. Oh, half a second. Okay. So far everything is fine.
Yeah, but for sure I think new tires, because it's like this,
Yeah.
you gain a lot. Yeah, your pressures did seem to get a little bit hot or high. Oi.
More about finding a lonely piece of tarmac.
Yep. Yeah, you were in a pretty golden place before.
Yeah.
At least for the first lap was really, really nice and clear.
Can't improve on this one.
Well, behind the car behind you there is a good 7 seconds.
Yeah, true. I'm just not sure how much slower the cars in front is, if it makes sense trying to pass for the new lap
Yeah,
starts.
but you have two cars in front.
Yeah,
One
true.
is 20 and this one is 29, so I think behind is a little bit more reasonable. Then you can drop all the way to the guy who's in fourth. give you about 12 seconds.
Oh, okay, you mean that far? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because then for sure you'll be clear.
True. Unless someone comes from the pits.
Yeah, but it's still a relatively small gap, so I don't think anyone will hit it, and there will be no sense going out.
The other thing is I'd like to have 2 flyers, and if I wait now, I only get 1, I think.
I think you should have 5 seconds to bank.
And I need 2 minutes and 4.
Yeah.
Difficult. If I wait another 12 now, it's not gonna work. So I keep that place. With a bit of a gap. I'll definitely be the last guy going on a flyer. I guess that should do.
Not bad. Yeah, but I think traffic on the next lap would be too much.
Yeah. Yeah. Can't expect him to give up his lap. Okay.
Hit him!
Let me recalculate. 60 minutes, 3,600 seconds by roughly 124 in the race. It's 29 laps, so it's gonna be 30.
I had 3.34 fuel use.
Yeah, that probably just take, so let's take 30 laps times 3.4 is 102, so this should be plus 3 for the installation lap, or 4, so 106 what I need. If I start from the front, there's no need to underfuel. Then just need to remember to turn off tire change.
Yeah, it's roughly 30 laps, but it's I get like 29.5, and I guess that's, yeah, so that's gonna be 30 laps, yeah.
Yeah, and then I take fuel for 31, should be easy.
So what's that, 105?
motics.
That's 31 laps though, isn't it?
Yeah, still. Extra being extra sure. You know. Damn, ping is so high. Anyways, the stream running now?
The stream seems to be relatively stable. There's not a lot of
Okay.
buffering, so it looks alright.
Not a lot of.
Right, we have some wet conditions. Remember that curves are slippery and watch your braking distance.
Stream are good on both platforms.
Okay, nice. Then I guess the internet caught itself. So Porsche, Audi, Mercedes, BMW, quite mixed at the front. I feel I need to pee even though I just went, but I'll do again. Now the interface even tells you what you need to do in this mandatory stop. That's good. Don't think that was there before. Be right back. You entertain the crowd.
I will try to entertain the crowd. There's no good questions though. So yeah, I think half a second to the next car and everyone is relatively close, so it should be a relatively easy race for Mr. No Jokes. I am going to Port Ricard tomorrow morning, so so that's yeah, that's that.
Yesterday I had the fastest pee stop.
P stop.
Yeah, because it was just 1.5 minutes till the race start, and then had to run a bit.
Ah. I remember one of those when you tried to make it in the pit stops in MOE was good. Good lives.
I'll actually start with quite low pressures now, but I assume in the race with even more cars driving, it's gonna go up higher. So
Yeah,
I'll,
there's more continuity on track, so that should help the temperature a bit on
yeah.
track.
Damn it. These are the choices with so much changing condition that are really difficult to nail. It's just very rough assumptions now within half to full PSIs or so.
Yeah, but in the end you have a half a second to play with, more or less. And I guess the Porsche on high load is pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's better. I mean, depends what they set it up to, right? If you set it up understeery in general, so it's not bad at the end of the stint, then it's very understeery at the beginning. And if you do it nice for the beginning, it's going to be worse at the end. I guess I just have to. I mean, I have the inside line for the start, so I don't think there's going to be many surprises into T1. As long as I don't have my, let's say, age-specific reaction times.
Have you ever heard if anyone drives with TC and ABS set to 0 in ACC?
I think I did once with the Audi on Barcelona out of the last chicane. Because it was taking away too much, but it's too risky.
I think with the Lambo also we went to 0 in some corners on Monza, didn't we?
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
Just because it has too much, it has enough downforce already, but then there's still the traction control taking away some of it.
Yeah, the intervention was just, at least when I played, the intervention was a bit too high for it to be good enough in high speed.
Yeah, makes sense. Or don't know if it makes sense, but makes sense to turn it off then.
Yeah. And according to YouTube, you're playing Grand Theft Auto. Gives you some extra viewers.
I mean, it might end up being that way, right?
Yeah.
So many cars. I mean, I expect to be lapping guys sooner or later. Oof, oof. 30 seconds.
What's up, Arthur? How you doing?
You got him in chat, I suppose.
He's in the chat, yeah.
Yeah, because I can only read the Twitch chat now because the YouTube chat has moved to another stream, so to say. So yeah, that's
I
that.
got you. I got you.
Stay single file.
Let me drive. Come on.
It's rolling a start, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I do not avoid ABS or TC in real life. It's much more better setup for driving than in ACC currently. It's a little bit more, yeah, how do you say, lenient in some ways.
Okay, don't need to heat anything. It's just heating up itself.
Yep. I always get this question, what do I drive in real life? What car do I have?
Oh, are you gonna say turbocharged Japanese monster?
It's not really my daily car, so I can't really say yes. But I drive
it-
a lot of metros and big yellow limousines all the time.
Or is it the Urus?
No, it's a bus.
Close enough. Once I was impressed with the Urus, even though it's super huge and heavy, 600 horsepower do its thing.
Oh yeah, that's a good car.
I need to shy away from the chat, it's not going to end well. Why is the Mercedes behind now? Where's the Porsche?
Porsche
It
seems
was relegated
not
to
be there.
last. No, it's last, or second to last.
Oh.
Two guys actually in the pits. What the? Like they were in full challenge here. At least these two. That's odd.
Yeah. I remember Kreuzer was pretty quick at Monza.
Yeah.
But
Oh, was he in the silver grid or in the pro grid?
well, I don't know. He was in the same grid as I was.
So that's pro, I guess.
Yeah. I think he qualified higher than me, and I went up there, and then I bottled it, obviously. So
Go in double file.
Yeah.
good times, good times. Happens a lot to me. This
Yeah. I wasn't gonna bring it up.
year. I was just gonna put it out there before you would
Yeah.
start. So
Yeah, don't give me a chance.
exactly.
Seems like they were either teleported or never clicked join.
I had some issues, I think.
Well, I take it.
Take it.
Line, give it over again. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I turned the brake lights on so early.
think a couple of cars already out. There's a big crash behind you.
Yeah, something is wrong. I'm 37th.
Nice. Probably hasn't updated sectors yet.
34th. 24th.
And you're making progress quick.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. I expect to lap everybody by lap 3. It's already a dry line. By the looks of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the delta is crazy.
Did you actually factor in the pit stop in your fuel?
Well, if anything, I should be using less than, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought about it, but then didn't bother to actually calculate something around it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but I think that was the 0.5 I got.
Yeah. I'd rather have peace of mind than, yeah, I don't know, being super precise with the fuel load. And then it's just, what, 0.1% of the overall car weight or so?
Yeah. But still.
I see. Okay, this is working so far.
Yeah. It's just not very German to end with, more than 4 liters.
I'll find a way.
Pace was 1.1 second quicker previous lap.
Oh, solid. Not about the lap time anyway in the end. It's about staying within this 5 centimeter margin where the car works.
Yes.
pressures on point, at least at the front. And the rears are even getting a little yellowish there. Yeah, I think if you want to, you can read whatever the chat is asking.
Yeah, I've just been answering a little bit.
Alright.
There was a question about rubber lines. So normally in real life, if there's a lot of rubber on track, you would want to avoid the racing line
Yeah.
in the weather bits. I don't know how it works in ACC.
No, it's just not there.
Yeah, okay. So it's not simulated. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in a way it's there. Like when you have a rubbered in track optimum and then it starts raining, then the track goes to greasy or something, which is supposed to be somehow the mixture of, I don't know, oily, rubbery, and water or so.
Okay.
But you still drive on the ideal line somewhat.
Yeah.
And then this rubber line washes away and the track becomes green again, or it's just wet. When the wet goes away, it starts again from green. So to
But
say.
it's funny because there is this little gray area in real life. Because if it's hot and you are racing on slicks and it starts raining, you actually want to stay in the rubber line because it's the hottest area.
Ah, so the temperature then becomes more important than whatever
Than
is the surface.
Yeah.
I mean, it could become a thing here if it gets more dry that I stay in the wet line on the straights or so. Don't think there's much cooling though.
No. A little bit.
Hello.
You drop 0.3 down the straight. Not bad.
Interesting.
But yeah, you don't really need the cooling at the moment.
Yeah.
People are asking your opinion on the Porsche and ACC. Why not more people use it?
I think they're trolling.
Maybe. I think the MP4 or whatever was called was more pretty than these new fishy cars.
What?
Oh, there's just a guy in Twitch chat saying that the 650S was better looking than the 720, which is true. But I think the first GT3 McLaren made was still the best one.
Did you ever care how your race cars looked?
Not really, as long as they were quick.
You're in the inside anyway.
I think quick race cars are always pretty.
It just happens like that. There are perception
Yeah.
changes. If a car goes quick, it's prettier.
Exactly. Exactly.
Same when the F1 cars had these ugly noses. The fastest still looked kind of good.
Yeah. Well, that happened to be the Red Bull at the time, wasn't it?
Could be, yeah.
Setup wet to dry or dry to wet. Well, from dry to wet we usually run less cameras and we loosen the engine bars a little bit. Don't really want to make too many changes in case it dries up. You want to make it relatively quick, so you don't run into a problem if it goes dry. For example, Spa, you always go for a compromise between the two because it will always rain.
Do you not have fixed weather?
No, unfortunately not.
Is there like another layer of changes on real tracks? Say it's not getting resurfaced year over year, so the tarmac stays the same, but if you come there another year, is it different nonetheless?
No, it always feels quite similar. Like there isn't. Obviously, Silverstone has been resurfaced 3 times in the last 2 years, so it's a little bit weird. But most tracks like Spa and such, they don't really get resurfaced that often.
I was just wondering if there's like more environmental influences on the track grip that just happen throughout the seasons or so.
It depends more on temperature. Like we don't have the big swings.
Yeah.
Like we never have a completely green track. For us, that doesn't exist. The track can be slow, but it's the variance from completely green to fully rubbered in track is probably like 7, 8 tenths at max. So it's not like a huge difference. I don't exactly know how it is in ACC, but I know that in R Factor 2 it's like 5, 6 seconds if you go on a green track, and that's a bit ridiculous.
No, it's like a second year or so, and it's a bit more, especially the rear suffers a bit, it's a bit more slippery.
Yeah.
But the lap time should be 1 second, maybe tiny bit more, but not much more. From green, so from west to best, so to say.
Yeah.
But it feels 10 seconds slower.
Oh yeah. Yeah, small differences make a huge, and then the car feels stupid and the setup is wrong, and yeah.
Yeah. Then the track grips up and everything's perfect.
Yeah.
That's why I never practice on these green or fast track service. Just doesn't make sense, because it doesn't reflect how your setup is actually going to be in the eventual optimum conditions you're gonna have in the race. Doesn't seem like it's getting more dry. Pressure's pretty stable the last, I don't know, 5 laps or so. 4.
Yeah, times are not really dropping either, so
Yeah.
it's all good. Subsea, even if I knew the right reason, I would probably not say. It was quite political at the time, and that's about that. As all racing is nowadays, there's a lot of politics going on, and no one really gets the full story apart from the two parties who are in it. So yeah, it was a big story.
I hope I'm not 41. No. Not a good idea. I can't imagine what it's like having to drive in the spray in the real car, and you know this corner, you can do 250, but if it goes wrong,
Yeah, you cannot see anything. Like, I think rain in simulators are often very modest to what it is in real life because you cannot see anything.
yeah.
Because for us,
even
the rain doesn't just come from the sky; it comes from
ground,
from
the diffusers.
yeah, the diffusers. You get it from tires, you get it from the air, and you get this like this completely like this spray water. It's so thin, and you just don't see anything. And you also have when it's really heavy rain, you have the water coming through your radiator duct, and that's like a river across your windows. Really, you don't see anything.
Sounds nice.
No, it's unpleasant.
Does it get into the cockpit through the ventilation?
Yes, actually sometimes you get some water coming out.
So since we already have wind simulation in some rigs, we need rainwater getting inside the cockpit simulation.
Yeah, I think there's some hardware limitations in terms of water. Maybe you know,
Yeah,
you want to make sure you ground your rig before you get electrocuted.
but the hoising belts are, in fact.
Yeah, they're grounded to the rig.
Yeah, true.
But what's the rig grounded to?
I even find it odd when I'm on the highway, where you know everything is straight and you usually have enough time to find the corner.
Yeah.
But even there, and it's not even raining, it's just the water on the road that's being kicked up. Makes such a massive difference if you come to one of these tarmacs that are, like, what do you call it? I don't know, they just drain water through itself.
It rains.
Yeah, like, no, they have like small holes in the tarmac, and then the water can
Yeah. Right.
can go away. And then vision is, I don't know, 20 times better easily.
They have that at Spa on the front straight, so the F1 pit, basically. They have these big grooves in the tarmac. That's the first place to always drive because it makes the water just roll away from the track.
Yeah, because I think people were wondering when there were images posted of the tarmac. But it was quite obvious it needed to be for water. Uh-oh. Are the two guys from the start who got teleported or whatever, are they still driving or did they give up?
I think they're still driving. However, there is 2 retirees. I'm not. I think there was some from the starting crash that had a bit too much damage. Or whatever. Which is the base that you use now?
That's the
steering.
VRS one.
VRS base, yeah. I use SimCube 1. Well, sorry,
So
SimCube
it's
1.
basically the same.
Yeah, more or less. But you use a Fanatec wheel, right?
No,
The rim itself.
no, the rim is from the actual car.
Oh. Hyper expensive.
Well, or a gift.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, would have been.
Yeah.
The guy modifying it so it would be a USB controller. When he got, so I got it sent to him right away, and then he saw it still had the real connection hub to the real car, and he's like, dude, this is $5,000.
Yeah, no, it's stupid expensive. There's so much military grade high-tech stuff in those
Yeah.
wheels. It's unbelievable.
I mean, I have this connection thing lying right behind me because it was for a steering rod that's maybe, I don't know, what are they, 18, 20 millimeters or something, so fairly thin.
Yeah.
And for the BRS you need 50, right? Or something, forgot. Didn't fit, let's say it this way.
Just yank it on there.
Yeah.
Interesting. So people... Oh, there's one guy asking you how many kilos you use on your pedal.
54,
54 kilos.
I think. It's on the Heusingveld sprints. You can just define the kilos. On the ultimates, you have to calculate it. So roughly 50 something. By now, I probably have a stronger left leg.
Yeah, so still 6/10 quicker than the car behind.
Like, these are the difficult races where it seems easy, but keeping the focus up and not fucking it up on your own.
That's actually the hardest thing about leading. You have nothing to aim for. Oh, Raymond is here.
Yeah, he was
He's
coming to.
he's a big fan of you, I heard.
At least he pops up in some timelines every now and then. For good or for bad.
I've seen him on ACC a couple of times on Steam. I've seen him.
Yeah, he uploaded a super strange hot lap of the Porsche on Barcelona, which was outrageously fast, so I guess he just broke the setup.
Yeah.
But yeah, LFS skills don't fade.
I don't think so, at least. I don't think so.
I guess there is no need to pit early or something, right?
No.
Very last lap, basically.
Yeah.
Just to know, or when P2 and P3 have pitted, so I don't run into the traffic.
Yeah, but I think you're gonna hit it either way.
Yep.
With 1 second, it's kind of hard to, or what is it, like 4 seconds extra? Stop.
Yeah, but I
over
mean,
a second
traffic in
quicker on the
terms
last
of,
lap.
I mean, it's fine, lap cars are fine. I just want to be behind people who are then challenging for position. Hold spin. By the way, I recorded somewhat of a track guide today for the members only, because it took me 1 hour and 5 minutes to talk through a lap of Hungary.
Is that for your OnlyFans account or is that something else?
I'm considering it.
Yeah. It's a good business model.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find something super weird about myself and then just streaming on Twitch all day.
So I think there's a market if you drove bare feet and shirtless and get a feet cam. Obviously, that's where it's at. And then just ultra fast hot laps. That would be. I would pay for that actually.
Usually the content that gets clicked is like, can I beat the pro? Can I beat Senna's hot lap around the Nordschleife? He never drove there. Never mind.
Yeah, but you need something even more clickbaity.
Ears open.
Yeah, I'm trying to find something a bit clean, but you know how my mind works. So.
Oh, I know one. Why Dennis Lind crashed.
Oh, you're a funny man.
But you can just say it.
Yeah.
Freaking idiot. Nah. You can all describe it in a technical way.
Try to at least.
Yeah. Oh, is it 202? 202? No!
What?
My lap time, I was going for 202, but didn't make it.
Oh. Yeah, but flat is nice. Looks good.
Yeah. I'll not improve from here. I go for 999 next.
999.
Hmm?
Somebody says that you love Misano.
It's got better lately, since I was driving a few more laps there.
Yeah.
It's always the same.
I hate it. I think it's suitable for go-karts. That track. It's too Mickey Mouse. Too small.
Yeah, it's narrow.
Yeah, but also like all of the first sector is so awkward with these cars. I'm sure it's fun in maybe touring cars, but with these cars it's just not nice.
Yeah, it's a bit bumpy over the curves that you need to use. Then it's just all so tight.
Yeah, but it's like first, second, third gear. It's just super slow. It feels really quick because you're always working the steering wheel, and it's the track itself is super bumpy as well. If I remember correctly, I only drove there in Super Trofeo, so. And yes, Paul Ricard is this weekend. I'm flying out. I'm actually waking up at 3 tomorrow morning or night.
6 hours from now.
6 hours from now.
It's,
Well, if you can count, but it's actually 5 and a bit.
I can't.
Yeah, 5 hours and 10 minutes from now. Yeah, and my flight is at 6, but with all these extra precautions, you need checks here and there, and I'm going to France, which is currently in lockdown. So I need extra paperwork in the morning, and they need to check everything.
I guess you have to do the disease test.
Yeah, I'll do probably 3 more once I arrive to France. I've had 6 the last 2 weeks between Spa and now. And yeah, I think I will have 3 once I arrive in France. So they are quite. Obviously, want to keep everyone safe, but it's a bit much. My dear nose can only take so much poking.
You're used to other substances, aren't you?
Like water? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, what numbers does France have? 50,000 a day or so?
Yeah, it's quite high. It's quite high.
Well, if you get sick, Nico Hulkenberg is coming.
Yeah, he will be there. Speaking of timing, I mean, his career is in Formula 1 is probably saved because he was, you know, present. So, pretty cool. No, I do not stream. I ventured into it a little bit, but I am a bit too lazy to keep a streaming schedule, and I think that would be something that that I would enjoy to have if I'd like to watch someone stream. That I knew he was on from that to that time, but my life is so up and down with travels and all this, so it's nearly impossible for me to do it.
And what would you stream? Star Citizen? Beam NG?
Star Citizen, BeamNG, a bit of Destiny 2. I think I would stay completely away from driving sim because I tend to be too focused and I look very angry when I'm focused. So angry Danish guy doing work on pedals, no good. It's bad clickbait.
Yeah, angry guy drives car.
Yes.
I missed a joke.
No. Not at all. Well, you kinda did. Raymond is trying to sell me. Or sell me out.
Oops. Got it. But I was going for a green delta anyway, so I had to do something.
Oi, oi. Big moment.
Yeah. Don't touch curbs remains true even 20 laps into the race.
Did you kill the night bot on YouTube? Oh, no you didn't. Good.
Does the command
It works.
work?
Yeah, I just tested it.
Farming likes.
You just need to farm everything. Ah. We're making plans for my upcoming event account. Crushing model cars in high heels. Do you remember to pit at some point?
Yeah.
I think you should change tires.
What for?
The excitement.
The car will be hyper fast.
Yeah, but that's more fun then. Then you can do two flat. Are you
What's
too
my
scared?
gap? What's my gap?
I have no idea. It's 20 seconds.
Not enough. Yeah, same. Kind of swallowed that breath.
A little bit of pecan. So 20 seconds is not enough to change tires?
I mean, he has to pit as well, and he's going to be there for 3 seconds, and then changing tires is going to be 27 more seconds.
Why are they so slow in this? Real life is like 18 max.
Yep.
Okay.
Plus, if I kind of don't stop in the right place or something, then this adds additional seconds. And then I can't opt out of the tire change quick enough. I mean, I can't at all. If I've committed to it.
I think you should do it anyway. I think you can regain those 7 seconds on your tires.
Nah. 2/3 of the lap, I'm 20 seconds ahead, so I would, for the last third of the race, gain another 10 seconds from now.
Yeah, so you're fine.
I don't want to be that. Nah. Nah.
Are you scared? Are you scared?
No, I'm not scared. I don't want to be that dick that says, look guys, I can do another pit stop.
Are you chicken?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Blue flag.
Ooh. But you have to add the leader. Oh, you have to add the leader. Yeah, okay. Ow. Let me get this question. Is there a difference in real life between changing tires only or change tires plus driver swap?
Are you asking me?
No. Assuming you would have the 37 seconds of fuel, no matter what, then no, not really. Because 37 seconds is more than enough for us to be in and out. We spend about a very good driver swap is about 18 seconds till the door is closed. So driver in, driver out, driver in. Seatbelts on and all that.
I feel like I should pit now because there's 5 cars ahead.
Put tires.
No.
Don't be chicken. Go for it.
Nah, I won't. You're the race engineer, you should tell me what makes sense.
Okay, then stay out until the end of the race. Until you have like, you can do pit on the last lap. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Pitting just now, period. Not gonna get lured into something here.
Raymond Mooney nearly got banned from chat by your very aggressive spot.
Already eased it a bit.
You can put it down to 20%, I think.
Oh boy, too far. There you go. And it takes another 3 seconds.
Is your career over?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I can see your subscriber count actually falling right now because you didn't take tires.
I'm a channel of information and reason.
Yeah. Right.
Did you see my Lambo race suit I got today?
No. You didn't show me it.
So I now have that OMP race suit with my name on it and the Squadra Corsa logos.
It's the black one, right? So the Super Traverse.
I think.
You think? It's black.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
probably black.
Yeah.
And has some white lines or so.
Uh-huh.
So just a suit. Now I need a reason to wear it.
OnlyFans account.
Yeah. It's a bit odd that it says Squadra Corsa because now I kinda can only wear it in Lambos.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just sewed onto the suit. So I can probably take it off if needed.
Why would you take it off? It's a memorabilia. And I think those suits are like 4,000 euro.
Really? No.
Yeah, they are because it's the high grade FIA thing.
5? No, never that much.
Okay, how much is it?
A few hundred.
Suit.
Just tells me you never bought one.
I've never bought a suit in my life. Well, I actually have, but it's been a while. So it would be the one Evos. Yes, what's the price?
On request. That's usually expensive.
Okay, it's 235 grams per square meter. That's a ridiculous way to put it.
There goes the Porsche.
Yeah, it doesn't say how much it is. It's probably expensive.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Maybe a local dealer will have it. They are 10,000 Danish kroner.
So by 7, around 1,300 something.
A bit over, yeah. I would say,
Euros.
yeah. 11, yeah, about 15.
Okay.
It's still expensive though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it has my name.
Then it's like 20 euro worth at the moment.
Yeah, it got worse.
Should make an auction right now. Highest bidder gets the highest donation gets you soon. How is that?
How many viewers?
164 plus 50.
It's 1,600. Can't make
I reckon you could.
can't
I
make an
reckon you
auction
could
in
I
an
reckon
empty
you could get-
audience.
You have more presents than me, so that's a good one.
Nah, you know,
Not-
you're right. The
not-
memory is
yeah.
worth it, probably.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe I win the same thing next year too. Then can bring
Then you
my
get
own.
two. I should put some of my suits up for sale. Yeah, I have a couple. I will bring. I think I will bring 3 home from this weekend as well, because we got a new racing suit from Alpine Stars, which was really nice, from the FFF team. And then I have 2 more backup suits for when I really need 6 suits for a racing weekend.
When is that the case?
Never. I have not had that bad stomach yet. I've had bad stomach, but not so it was worth suit change. That sounds a bit weird, doesn't it?
Yes.
But it's correct.
Just a bit shit.
No. No. Yes, suits actually do have expiration dates. They have the same. They have this 88 number for the category, you said. And then I think that the next one is 2022. And then you will have the 2010 models being unusable because of new standards for this category of racing.
Incident reviews taking its time. They're now on lap 4.
Yeah. Oh, congratulations, Sergio. Nice. How often I shower on race weekends?
Okay, it's getting cringe now.
At Spa, I had 2 showers during the race. Obviously, it was a bit shorter than I had originally planned. But yeah, it's yeah. I mean, if you have to wet yourself, of course you want to take a shower, but that was not the case in Spa. But normally, just when you get back to the hotel, you want to shower, and it's normally quite okay. We don't smell a lot of sweat because we drink a lot of water, and water itself doesn't have a smell. So when it comes out, you have less bacteria, and therefore you don't really smell it. In certain areas.
Oh boy.
Oh, I got a good question from Raymond about my lacy underwear. Raymond, if you go to my OnlyFans account, I can explain it to you through my ASMR microphone. $10.
Per minute.
Oh my god, people go crazy. Do you use a separate cloth for scrotum, butt, and face? I do the butt last. Yeah, butt last. Stealing your customers, Nils.
All good.
I can sell my socks if you want them.
So weird. I did a .000 again.
You're so consistent.
Oh boy, I missed that breaking point. What are the odds?
This race has become very interesting. We've passed P2, but he's yet to quit.
Yeah. They should have banned the McLaren.
McLaren is always OP. I don't know why, but the gears they just match this whole combination so well for some reason.
Yeah, it's true.
It just
Don't have
never
a single
seems.
corner.
Yeah, it just never seems awkward at any point.
One more lap. So then it's just 28.
Yeah, I was right then.
Yeah. Well, it
Yeah,
was
but is it-
29 with the installation lap.
Yep. I was still right. I was still righter than you.
Yeah. It's to be expected.
Normally, yes. I tend to use simulation to stay sharp between the races, but I had to move my simulator, and I have misplaced my rim. But my new rim just arrived 2 days ago, or was it yesterday? Probably. And yeah, I'm gonna start simracing it again. The last part of your question I don't really understand, however. That's a completely one. This is a one-on-one rim, Sergio. I can I'll take some pictures of it and put it on the
Oh, nice.
on the build channel.
Finally, I hit that curve. The last freaking corner.
Oh,
Well, you wanted the drama, there it is.
yeah. I'm falling off my chair.
I wanted it flawless, it wasn't.
No. Well, it was far from flawless. You had that blunder coming out of the last corner.
Yeah. True. Let's go.
Suzuka, Spa, Paul Ricard, Barcelona,
What's your
Dubai.
favorite tracks?
Yes, in that order, I think. Maybe Paul Ricard is actually last. Swap Dubai and Paul Ricard. Make a
You
list.
should have really said Imola because it's being released next week.
Imola is cool, but it's just
Not so nice
It's
for
not a-
racing.
it's not a favorite track. Did you win the championship now, or is it just
Just a one-off.
just a one-off? But you are the RainMeister.
I'm the RainMeister. Ah, Jesus. "28 seconds. Last lap I lost 1. Okay. said he sucks. Ah, damn it. It's what it is with this connection. I need to call the provider. It's a bit unlucky.
The internet police. Give me back my internet.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. Can you please stay on the server? I don't exactly know why, but I'm fine with it.
Maybe they have to get the results in pictures before people disconnect.
Yeah, something like that.
28 seconds in 28 laps.
Hmm.
Not bad.
Solid average.
Yeah. But I think Kreuzer messed up somewhere. Or is that the interval between the cars there?
Should be.
Yeah, okay, so it's actually relatively close. Maybe he messed up in the pit.
Hmm. Yeah, or the Porsche recovered and was further back or something. And also,
Yeah.
wasn't it Kreuzer in P2 all the time?
Yeah, it was Kreuzer in P2 all the time, and then Kilp came up.
Yeah, weird. What happened to No, the Audi gave up, and why is Axel Petit so far behind? He usually would be way faster. It's the other Porsche. Probably didn't continue as well. Okay, are we good to leave, or? Yeah, we are. Oof. Let me now. Yes. I was gonna prepare one thing, which is, oh boy, you're full screen now.
I'm scared.
Why is my my camera is not on Discord because it's still in OBS, which is
Nice.
yeah. Turn on camera. This should be working.
I see you too now.
You do?
Yes.
Okay, because it's not showing for me yet, but fine.
Well, it's loading. We might have to do the trick again.
No, OBS keeps in charge, it seems, which is unlucky. Damn. Okay, I have another way to do this. Add one more video capture device. A webcam. Go. Very good. Oh, that works.
Oh.
What is it?
You're like a computer engineer.
At least. I was gonna put you through these kind of questions.
Oh, nice. I might have my doorbell go off at some point, but then I'll be gone for like 2 minutes and come back.
I mean, we can postpone, no worries.
No, it's fine. Let's go for it.
Yeah. So, hey Dennis.
Hey Nils.
But no, since we were, I was gonna pull this off this way. Like we were sim racing like 20 years ago already, right? And when I was big in this Need for Speed game, then it was when you started, kinda. You were how old? Like 15 or even younger or something?
Even younger. Yeah, I think the first time I saw you online was like 2006, and I was in 2006 I was 14 years younger than I am now, and I'm 27. So
we have to do the math.
We have to do the math, and it's been a long it's been a long time, obviously. And yeah, never quit since.
Yeah, and the actual question was, how did your, I mean, so 13 years later, 14 years later now, how did your like, how did the career start? Did you do karting before sim racing, or did it come after? Or did you do karting at all?
I did karting first, actually. I think the first time I ever drove on a simulator, I was about 10. So karting came first, yes, because I was 3 years old. The first time I sat in a go-kart was actually the same day as Kevin Magnussen was in a go-kart, because we were there together.
And you're related,
that's-
aren't you?
Yeah, he's like, we are not by blood, but the guy who took the father role in my life, he was the guy who sort of brought me up, and he happens to be the brother of Jan Magnussen.
Ah, there you go.
Yep.
And how did it progress from there?
Well, obviously with go-karts and formulas are very difficult because it's very money deprived, and it's if you don't have the money, you don't really get anywhere. And with karting in the smaller categories where you don't have to spend a lot of money, I was doing really well. But as soon as we started moving into the more international levels, it sort of just plummeted because we couldn't really afford to have 3 engines per weekend. So we had a practice engine and a race engine, which is already very, very expensive because you have to do the rebuild of them after every day, more or less. So in that way, it was a bit difficult. But otherwise, afterwards, when we moved to Formula Ford, I started to become very successful because the cars are very similar, and you can't really buy a better performing car because it's so limited in what you can use of parts. Like, we all have the same tires. I think the only thing that wasn't the same on each spec car was the dampers, which you could gain quite a lot with, but that was about it, really. And then I won the European Championship or Euro Cup, and then the Formula Ford Festival, and then I got a contract to race in Germany. And then I had a bit of an incident midway through that season and hurt my back very bad, and then I was back to zero, more or less.
So what did you drive in Germany then? Cameras coming back.
I did ADAC GT Masters and no, sorry, not ADAC GT Masters. I did Formula Masters. That's the one.
Okay.
And I did one round of the German Formula 3. Where are you? Oh, there you
go. Here. getting boomered by the camera. All right. And so what took you to Lamborghini in the end?
So we there was a shootout test which I got invited to with the Super Trofeo, like the one you tried. This was like a pre-Evo model, obviously.
Yeah.
But it was pretty tense. I remember it was like the world what's it called? The world the Formula Renault World Series champion there.
The 3.5 ones.
Yeah, the World Series.
Yeah.
And Kevin Chacon, I think he was in GP2 at the time, and lots of people like that. So I thought, okay, cool, it will be a nice experience to try this car, but never again. And then I ended up being the quickest one there, and then I got the deal. So that was a happy ending to that story. And now I'm here.
But you've always been sim racing as well, right? You never really stopped.
I never stopped, really. I think sim racing gave me a lot of racecraft because you're always so on it, and people are super competitive. And I think in sim racing, it's maybe it's easier because of you don't really have to put the money into it, but at the same time, it's also much harder because you have to work twice as long time to be like really, really top level there. So it's very demanding, but it sort of adds on both accounts. I think if you're really good in sim racing and you keep a good profile on your body and not just grow a bit fat like you did at some point, then
I can't
you have
even
pretty
get
good
fat. It just doesn't work.
Then you get pretty good odds in real life, at least. Yeah.
So you have your own team by now, do you?
My own team in sim
Yeah.
racing, yes.
Mhm.
I manage a team which we started back in 2014, and we've actually been bought by 2 organizations in the meantime, and now we're back to just being ourselves. But
What's
I'm
the
still working.
what's the
It's
target
called
behind having that team?
Well, the target is really to develop good sim racers, and to like every person that is in this team is someone I've seen a talent in, or they've made me aware of something. They haven't necessarily been the quickest ones all the way through, but at least I've seen a talent somewhere where I could teach them to do better. And I think actually I've pulled it off. At least we've won the championship all of the 3 years we did it. So it's going pretty okay. It's not super high level, but it's pretty okay.
What series are you like? Say what game you're focusing on?
So the game we're focusing on right now is R Factor 2. We're starting to venture a bit more into ACC as well, but like I said, like I haven't driven for quite some time on the sim, so so I'll see what I can muster once I get the wheel back in there.
What makes RF2 special for you? Why do you choose it?
I think the driver or the wheel input, like the feedback you get from the wheel, is quite precise. But apart from that, there is not a lot that makes sense. Unfortunately, right now it's not very well produced. Like there's a lot of stuff that don't make sense in the way the cars handle. But for me, it's simply just the input just feels more real. It might not be that the data correlates completely, or what you have to do with the car correlates completely, but at least the driver input feels somewhat right.
Yeah, I see. Let's move away from, or let's make the halfway away from that topic, and that will be next one is so you talked about what is hard in sim racing. You need to practice so much, which is a difference to real life, because just in real life you don't get the practice time, you don't get the track time. On the other hand, what would be when that's the hard part, what's the easy part in real life and what's the easy part in sim racing? Where are both kind of different in that sense?
I don't think actually. I think racing is the one of the only sports where you can say there's no real easy part, because I mean you can always sort of delve into very petite details and make it very difficult for yourself to progress. And I think racing in itself, it's very important to progress all the time, because the lap times that you just did now on Nurburgring, if you come back in half a year, maybe you go 2-3 tenths quicker, and that's just progress. And that's how it would always be. So I think there is no easy parts to racing.
Yeah, there's always one more tenth. That's the hard part.
Exactly.
You drive an insane lap time, and then for whatever reason, it just becomes faster.
Yeah, exactly. You can only get to 99%, and 100 doesn't exist. There just becomes a new 99 once you get there.
You also already said that there is a benefit from being a sim racer going to the real car, but I want to ask the other way around. What helps you in sim racing being a real racer?
So I think in Live for Speed now, we are both very familiar with this simulator. I think I had over 40,000 race starts. And in real life, I have 227 races. Last time I checked, at least it's somewhere around there, like 230 starts. And it's just experience that you cannot buy anywhere. I mean, it's when you do a racing start, like if you race around competitive people, they are doing the exact same thing that they're doing in real life. So you can basically take any scenario, apart from a big lag crash, of course. So you can take a scenario you've seen on a simulator, you can bring it into real life, and it's the same. So like every pass that I've done in sim racing, I've attempted in real life. I have failed sometimes, and every start that I can see like a resemblance, I sort of had already scripted, because I had been in this situation at some point before. So it's all about preparation for yourself. Like how do you get your mind to understand these situations as they occur, because you don't have time to react. Like it has to be an instinct. Like if you see someone suddenly making a move for the right, you have to go left or in the middle. you don't have time to make that choice. It just has to be there. It's like it's the popometer, yeah.
So when you say if you did 40,000 race starts in sim racing, somewhat you came across many situations that then you happen to see in real life as well.
About 40,000 situations.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice one. So yeah, I'm going down that AL anyway, which would be just let me hit the right row here. Yeah, so what you said, of course, skill, raw skill, driving fast is important, but are there some skills and capabilities, traits that you have to have as a character that are a bit underestimated or overlooked? Especially when you say you have a team and you saw something in these guys, what was it?
Well, it has to be like a fundamental understanding of what you're doing. So like the drivers that I don't particularly like is the drivers that can go out and they can be insanely quick, but they have no idea how they do it. Like if you don't have like the understanding and the insight to say, you know, this is why I'm quick and this is where I can improve. Like you can't have the cake and eat it too. If you know why you're quick, you can also go quicker. If you don't know why you're quick, you're gonna find a really hard time becoming quicker at the same time. So I think like having a lot of insight is a thing that's ignored a bit too much. Like the will to look through the boring things, like the data, like going through it and just sit there corner by corner by corner and say, okay, actually I can improve my crossover on the braking, for example. I can turn in a better way to make the car more settled, or I can get on the power in a more smooth way or early. So in that way, there's always things you can improve on.
So just not be satisfied in a way, always stay hungry in a way to always kind of keep improving.
Always stay hungry. Yeah, and you have to be selfish enough to take the time to do it. Like I think I've lost a few friends along the way because I thought even sim racing was more important than going out partying. And in a way, like now it's really benefited me because now I live from what I always wanted to do. Like it's you know, wake up and try to be Superman, but yeah, made it.
in a way, we'll get there.
Yeah.
So probably most people like to know, is the sim racer to real racer going to be a standard part? And probably you were one of the first guys to ever kind of start on the simulator, even though the car came before, but you definitely had more experience in the sim before you get into the real car. But since this question has been asked millions of times, I actually want to ask the other way around. Why do you think this will not become a regular path?
I think that it will become more natural to go from sim to real. Yes, it's a bit sad in a way because you miss having all your childhood friends, but in a way you still have them. I mean, I spoke to you, I spoke to Raymond, I spoke to many people when I was young, and you know, we sat on TeamSpeak or Ventrilo or whatever it was called back then,
IRC.
and we still had these IRT. Oh yeah, IRC. Yeah, that's a good one. We had all these things that we did, so you know, I don't really feel like I would miss a whole lot of stuff from go-karting. If I had just done sim racing. But of course, like the body that you build some kind of strength when you do a lot of go-karting, and this one is very, very hard to get because it's a body strength, like a natural strength you get, and it's quite easy to feel. If I go from a race car now, even though I'm quite fit, and I go back to a go-kart and start driving, I feel tired after a while. Like I cannot do a full day of karting anymore because it's just that tough.
Because you work with your body in the kart, not just the steering wheel and the pedals.
Yeah, exactly. Like your whole core moves a lot more, and you have to sort of hold onto the steering wheel, and your fingers are like completely tense all the way. So it's go-karting is super tough, but I think it's easier to like skip the whole go-karting part now than it was 20-30 years ago because there wasn't any options to do so.
So you say that to bridge the gap, you just kind of the physical side is the main thing you need to focus on.
Yeah, if you can live a healthy lifestyle and, you know, train, do fitness, do your routines like you would do anyway, like have a side sport like football or climbing or something that's good for you, keeps you moving, keeps you, you know, aerobic enough, like so your limbs don't just get frozen in this position. That's a very, very important thing.
So I will eventually come down to the mental side of things as well. And for example, how do you bounce back of things when they go wrong? And since you had a recent example, and at least you're smiling again, so I guess it didn't take you too long. But how hard is it to kind of step out of the car and then eventually go back to the pits to your team and look them in the eye? And then eventually, how do you get over it?
Well, so in hindsight, you know, that's always the best side to look at things. You know, there is a reason why we were up there, and that was because we were pushing a lot. And when you push a lot and you push yourself a lot, things just happen. And I would say I was very sad for the whole team and also for myself, because it's in these years that I really built my future career. So I was obviously very disappointed with myself, because at the time I could not exactly pinpoint what had happened. Because I felt decently concentrated, I was, you know, relaxed in the car, and then all of a sudden it just snapped on me. So it was just, you know, one of these things where you just miss your focus, or you did something. Maybe you adjusted the brake balance, maybe you adjusted the radio just at the wrong point to just put you a little bit off the line. And there it was wet and not dry, and then you end up in a wall. Yeah.
So what was it in the end after an analysis of the situation? What did the data say?
I deviated, I think it was 8 centimeters off the racing line coming into Eau Rouge, and that meant my left rear had been cool enough. It was in the dry line once I turned in, but it was cool enough to lose friction, optimal friction, so it snapped on me over a bump, and then you, yeah, first exit ready on. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, so
how
it's
do
small
you?
things, you know.
Does this like, I mean, you don't know yet, but will this memory like stick to you? And what's the next time you go up that corner on a dampish track?
No, I would go out and take it flat again. Like there's no question about it. I don't fear anything in racing. I've had many big crashes in my career, and I will never release the throttle. Like the day that I start being scared of racing, I will probably stop and do something else, because if you're scared of racing, you simply cannot do it.
Okay, I won't hold you up any longer, because else you have to be scared of your guest.
Yeah. That's fair. Well, thanks for having me, Niels. It's been a good time, and congratulations on your super important win. I was really rooting for you.
Thanks for spotting, even though there wasn't much to spot in the rain. But yeah, have you there the next time.
We will do some more strategy, right?
All right.
Hopefully.
Speak soon, mate.
Speak soon. Ciao.
Bye. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little thing that we've planned ahead. So, thanks to Dennis. And what did I do to the scene here? It does work. Yeah. Thanks everyone for joining the race. There will be the next one is on Saturday, when the Endurance Cup of SimGrid starts. I'll be with Arthur in the same car again, or not at the same time. So we're just going to hand it over every now and then. 4 hours of Barcelona. We're in the BMW. Barcelona is probably going to be a bit hard for the BMW, so we're just trying to limit damage there, I guess. And then in the calendar of that series, monthly races, there are some that could suit the BMW, so just snagging a few points there on Saturday could be great. Again, today I uploaded a very going deep track guide to the member section, so I'm extending the content there from these coaching sessions that I do to also just offer something every now and then in terms of track guides. You tell me if that's actually useful or not, because sometimes I just don't have many coachings that I can upload, so I have to come up with content for those that decided to pay. So thank you for doing this, and I'll keep the content up on a regular basis there. Yeah, I'm gonna cut out this interview at the end of the stream and make it a solo upload. So for those who already watched, this one isn't for you, but for everybody else there will be something to come. And then thanks everybody for joining. I'll shut down the stream, I guess, and see you very soon. Unless there is very, very daunting questions right now. I'll wait another minute. Okay, guys, I already cooled some alcohol-free beer on the balcony, and I'm really looking forward to have one of these. Thanks to SimGrid for organizing the race. Everything went really smooth, no issues there whatsoever. So check out their website as well. Like, subscribe, share, whatever. Everything that helps me is much appreciated. Bye, guys.